Hello everyone, good morning. Today's Thursday, July 9th, and I'm gonna go into Philadelphia. It's the second time I've had a chance to go into Philly. First time was maybe a couple weeks ago, and had to get some stuff from my office. One place where I teach, the buildings are officially closed as they are not essential, and there aren't really any classes going on right now. But I got an email yesterday from a fellow faculty member who's co-chair for one department that I used to teach in, and they're reconfiguring the classrooms and everything. School's really trying to get set up for the fall semester, and they really want to do it where students are coming back, and to do so they have to make sure all the rooms will allow everyone to be socially distanced apart. So there's some reconfiguration of physical spaces. Anyway, since I'm not really teaching in this department anymore, I used to have an office and I had some stuff in there, books, some teaching materials and supplies, and anyway, long story short, they want me to pick it up. So I'm going into Philly to get that. Interesting things happening lately, both where I am and in the world in general. We seem to be somewhere between the waves, between the first wave of this pandemic and the second wave. A couple days ago, the governor of Pennsylvania signed an executive order making it mandatory for everyone to wear a mask while outside and not really just going into stores. And it's just, people just aren't socially distancing. They're congregating in parks, going to parties. And so we're starting to see a slight surge, even though Pennsylvania was doing pretty good, really good. And I think it was yesterday that the governor of New Jersey, state where I am right now, did the same. And mainly because people were going to the Jersey Shore and not socially distancing or wearing masks or anything. And, Jersey has been really hard hit. I think we're up to possibly 12,000 deaths. It's just insane. Even though the case numbers are going down and it's actually getting better. But, if people aren't socially distancing and getting together, yeah, it's going to get worse. And I would like to get back to teaching. I really do like doing it in person. But, if we have to do it remotely, we do it remotely. And I was doing that at the end of the spring semester. So anyway, yeah, probably about 3 weeks ago, we had a George Floyd protest march. It was very peaceful, just in our town, really at the end of my street, and I was able to go out and film a little bit. I really didn't get involved in the march itself because a lot of people weren't wearing masks, and again, it was just people are congregating. And this Monday, I am teaching an online summer school class. I really don't want to get sick, so I was on the outside as much as I could. And it looked like a really amazing turnout. I passed one neighbor and she was saying, she's lived in this town longer than I have. Thank you. You didn't have to. She said it was the best thing she's seen happen. First time I went into Philly, though, I did shoot some of the city and what's been going on. And there were protests and there were some rioting. Some windows and storefronts were broken and boarded up. But other stores are just sort of temporarily either out of business, or if they're a restaurant, they're switching to takeout. Some places had outdoor dining. I don't know what the status of that is now. Considering that, that executive order came out for everyone to be wearing masks. So I'll guess I'll have a better sense when I get into Philly. But you know, it just feels good to be out and riding. That's the thing I kind of miss, is my commute into town, which really wasn't so bad. I mean, I know in my motovlogs, I'm sure everyone is sick of seeing this particular route that I'm taking. But it's a little after 9:30, and so I'm hitting rush hour traffic, or the end of it. It's not so bad. Normally when I go in and commute, I try and get there before rush hour, especially in the morning, and it's just perfect because hardly anyone's on the road. Got it all to yourself. So, new things with me. My new GoProMaX camera did come in, and I got some other accessories to go with it. I'm going to have an unboxing video pretty soon. And I even went back and reordered the older camera that I had, that I used part of the trade-in deal to get the GoProMaX. And I got that, and it's actually really cool because it comes with a remote control watch, so I can turn the camera on and off while I'm riding. The bad thing, it didn't come with any instructions or user guide, nothing. I mean, I'm a little familiar with it from the old camera, but there's some differences, especially in the interface. I walked through it. It's not terribly hard, but I'm not so sure about getting the remote control set up. So as best I could, I tried to contact the company and let them know. They're hopefully going to get back to me. I would imagine that there's some sort of a user guide or manual online that I could just download and use that. So yeah, we'll keep my fingers crossed on that. But yeah, once I have that, I plan to, you know, really set things up. I really want the GoPro to be sort of on my handlebars or my dashboard, aimed at me. I'm really going to use it in the hero setting as opposed to a 360 camera, though I'm sure I'm going to use it for other things like that. And stick with the drift here on my helmet. But the GoPro will have lots of stability, where my other camera did not. And so when I was on the highway, all the footage was just pretty much useless. It's too jelly-like, too much shake. And I'm in this person's blind spot, and are they going to switch lanes? Nope, hopefully not. Yay. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Sure.
Have a great day.
You too. Be safe. Welcome back to Philly. So, curious question, how does everyone feel if you've been away from riding for a while? Any rust? Any differences on how people are driving? It's interesting to see people driving, and sometimes they have their mask on and sometimes they don't. So not that I'm expecting that to affect how someone operates a vehicle, but it's a different world. I don't know where this guy's going. Holy crap. Dude, you can't do that. Wow, that's just wrong. Welcome to Philly. So yeah, some places are closed, some places are open, some places are kind of thriving, doing pretty well. It's a mixed bag. But one of the reasons why I wanted to have the 360 camera is, you know, I could turn and look at some of the storefronts that I'm passing and get a sense of what's going on here. Like I said, this is like only the second time since mid-March that I've come into Philly. So it's interesting. Okay, made it. So yeah, let me know what's new. When people are getting back into riding, and how's it feel navigating through this sort of new world, new strange landscape of ours, and how are you coping with it? Leave your comments. Any likes or subscriptions, always appreciated. Thanks guys, see ya.